y'all? Welcome to Sabrina Talks. I'm Sabrina if you're new. If you're not, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Now today on Sabrina Talks, we are going to be doing like a little bit of a song study, and that song that we're going to be looking at today is You Belong With Me by Taylor Swift. You Belong With Me is a classic Taylor Swift song. It's a classic 2000s song, and it's a song that was originally on her sophomore album Fearless. Now Taylor Swift is re-recording all of her older albums because of her like old contract, and she wants to own all of her songs. So while I was listening to the new version of Fearless, You Belong With Me came on, and one, I was just reminiscing about how great that song is, and two, I was laughing because listening to the lyrics now in 2021, I'm like, wow, this song is really like a pick me kind of anthem, or like a I'm not like other girls kind of anthem, because that's what really this song is basically about. So for today's video, I kind of want to look into the lyrics, look into the music video, and kind of show y'all why I think this is such like a pick me anthem. Now I just want to say, this is not me dissing the song or dissing, you know, Taylor. I just think it's kind of funny because looking at songs in the past and kind of looking at it towards today's standards, I think is interesting. So before we get into the song, let's talk about what a pick-me girl actually is, because that's technically a fairly recent term and some people might not know what the heck I'm talking about. Usually a pick-me girl is somebody who says or does things for the purpose of male validation and praise. Now these things that they say or do usually are mainly to appease men and make men want them over other girls. And like the underlining theme of things that pick-me girls usually say is like internal misogyny. They're usually shaming or shading other women, and they desperately want the praise and validation from men. It's usually really seen on like Twitter, because there's always some like relationship debates that are always on Twitter, and there will always be women who will go with whatever they think men want them to say and make it known, and usually, you know, be kind of annoying and rude to other women. In that like umbrella of being a pick-me girl, there's also people who are in more of the like I'm not like other girls type of situation, where this one's definitely usually heavily based on, you know, shaming and shading other women, because they always make it known that they are not like those other girls. So whether the other girl is somebody who, you know, shows their skin a lot, or, you know, is really girly girl, or, you know, eats salads for lunch and that's about it. So they'll be like, no, I am conservative. I don't like to look like a hoe. You know, I like to eat, you know, big meals whenever I go on a date. I'm not eating no salad like them other girls. Or I'm not prissy. I like to hang out with boys and watch sports and all that kind of thing. They always go towards what they think men want, because the ideals of like a pick-me girl or like a I'm not like other girls is not the issue. Whether they want to be a conservative girl or a girl who, you know, follows to stereotypical gender norms, or, you know, just has a personality where they tend to hang out with boys more often, or whatever. Those are not the issue. The issue is the misogyny. The issue is the shaming and bashing other women. The issue is the desperate need for male validation and praise. That is the issues with being a pick-me girl. So now that we know what a pick-me girl is, let's talk about why I think You Belong With Me is a pick-me girl anthem. Let's start with some of the lyrics. So in the song, we'll call it Song Taylor because it's actually, you know, not Taylor Swift singing for herself. It's just the lyrics that she wrote. In the lyrics, she says, but she wears short skirts, I wear t-shirts, she's cheer captain and I'm on the bleachers. She wears high heels and I wear sneakers. And she also talks about how she's sitting in her room listening to the kind of music that she doesn't like. All four of those lyrics to me really embody the I'm not like other girls kind of personality. Song Taylor is trying to say, because she doesn't wear high heels, and because, you know, she's not cheer captain, and because she actually listens to whatever she thinks is good music, she should be with the boy, because obviously that girl's not working out for you and I'm the opposite of the girl, so clearly you need to go with me. That's fine and all, but the fact that she's focusing so heavily on the appearance of the other girl is the problem. There's nothing wrong with being a girly girl who likes cheerleading and wearing high heels and wearing short skirts. That's not an issue. But Song Taylor is kind of insinuating that because the girl wears all of those things and is a girly girl, she is better for the boy because she is not like the girl that he's currently dating. Another line that makes me really think of it being as like a pick-me girl anthem is her line that she says, "Hey, what you doing with a girl like that?" Now, this could technically just be about the actions that the girl is making. Like, what are you doing with a girl who's lying to you, or always arguing with you, or always trying to, put you in some drama? That could be what she's talking about. But seeing how the lines that precede that line are all talking about her appearance, she's basically shading the other girl, saying, like, what are you doing with a girl who likes high heels and short skirts and whatever. That's the issue. What would make this not be like a pick me girl anthem is if Taylor actually focused on the actions of the other girl and have that be her reasoning as to why you should not be with this girl and you should be with me. But instead she goes, you shouldn't be with this girl because look how she looks, look how she dresses, look at the things that she likes. You should be with me because I'm the opposite of that. I'm technically better because I'm not her. You see the underlying misogyny that's kind of simmering underneath this song? Now, it's Taylor Swift, so she does a great job of storytelling, but the music video really kind of sells everything for me, because in the music video, Taylor Swift is the typical teen trope of her being the nerdy girl with glasses who's in marching band and, reads all the time. And the boy that she likes is the popular jock, and the girl that he's dating is the cheerleader popular girl. Typical teen trope, all of that. So Taylor knew what she was doing when she made this video, which I love. The issue that's presented within this music video, and also kind of hones in the issue with being a pick-me girl, is at the end of the music video, she goes to prom and she's in this beautiful dress and she got no glasses and her makeup is all done, and the guy's like, oh my god, you're so beautiful. But what she did, and with the whole problem of that just whole teen trope in general, is she changed herself from being the typical nerdy girl to being something that she thinks the boy will like. So now she has makeup on, she got a beautiful dress on. I'm thankful she didn't, straighten her hair, because they always love straightening curly hair and being like, oh my god, she's so beautiful. She kind of becomes what the other girl is, right? She becomes a girly girl who likes makeup and, puts on a dress and does all her hair and whatever. That's the issue. She's still changing herself so she can have male validation. You can say that, he obviously still liked her because of her personality, and just the makeover just really took things to the top. Sure. But if you really wanted to sell that I am not like other girls and I'm so different, Blonde Taylor would have came to the dance in just a regular old dress. Maybe even if she put on a dress, maybe if she just put on her normal clothes and kept her hair the same, kept her glasses on, and still looked essentially the same, there wouldn't be an issue. She'd still be, I'm not like other girls. I'm telling you, it's that simmering internal misogyny that's just laden throughout this song and music video. As I was thinking about all of the ways I think this song kind of screams pick me, two other songs came to my mind, so I want to talk about those two songs and talk about how I think they're similar to Taylor's song and kind of different, but all have the same energy. The first song I want to talk about is Let Me Love You by Mario. This also came out in the late 2000s, so it's kind of that same era that You Belong With Me came out in. Mario's Let Me Love You also has the same you should be with me and dump your boyfriend energy. However, what's different is Mario in the song only talks about the actions of the other man that the girl is with. He says, oh, he's cheating on you, oh, he doesn't treat you right, oh, he does this, that, and the third. I'm better for you. You're so amazing. You should get what you deserve, and I can give you what you deserve. That's what's being said in Let Me Love You. Whereas with You Belong With Me, she's only shaming the appearance of the competition. But both of them are saying, hey, you deserve better than that person, and you know what's better? Me. The second song is a more modern song that just came out this year, and that song is Girl Like Me by Jasmine Sullivan and Her. This song also really gives a strong pick-me vibe, because essentially in the song, Jasmine and Her are talking about how a relationship that they just had ended, and they're not really sure why it ended, right? They don't know what made the person break up with them. And the conclusion that they essentially come to is because they're not like other girls. They're not like these hoes that the guy actually wants. Some of the lyrics that are in this song are like, these hoes be winning, maybe I should dress like a stripper, wearing Fashion Nova dresses, I can't do this good girl shit no more, there's no hope for a girl like me because these hoes be winning, and eventually says, you're gonna make a hoe out of me. All of those lyrics are essentially in the same vein as You Belong With Me, because they're all kind of basing why the person that they want to be with is not with them because of another girl's appearance. Like in Girl Like Me, she's talking about maybe I should dress like a stripper wearing fashion over dresses. That's kind of like the Instagram baddie that they're trying to shame. Like they're saying like, oh, these girls got all their skin out, they exposing themselves, and clearly that's what men like. So maybe I should start dressing like that because my relationship failed, and clearly it failed because I'm not like these girls. Also the line where they say I can't do this good girl no more, that's really kind of insinuating that all the other girls that are not like her are the bad girls, and she's the good girl who's, you know, pure and doesn't, you know, dress like a stripper and doesn't wear fashion over dresses. So once again, we're shaming other women for what they decide to put on their body. And the line that they say that there's no hope for me really kind of gives me like nice guys never win energy. Both of them have the same exact energy. So to me, Girl Like Me and You Belong With Me are very much the same because they're both shaming other women for wearing something that they don't wear. But the difference between those two songs is in Girl Like Me, Jasmine and her are basically like, okay, well, let me now try to change myself so that way I can be what these men apparently are so pressed and impressed with. Whereas in You Belong With Me, Taylor Swift is not changing. She's like, no, I'm the way that I am. I'm like not like that girl, so you should pick me because of that. In You Belong With Me, there's more of a confident tone to not being like the other girls. And in Girl Like Me, there's more of an insecure tone to where, okay, now since I'm not like these other girls, maybe I now need to be like these other girls so men will praise me. At the end of the day, none of this is new. The trope of singing about how you're so much better than the person that you want is currently dating, that's never going away. The trope of like, oh, let me talk about how I'm so much better than all of these other girls because I didn't do XYZ, that's usually not going to go away unless everybody learns all of their internal misogyny and we really get rid of the patriarchy. But how likely is that happening? I don't know. There's so much other songs who also have that kind of same energy and kind of talk about the same thing but in like slightly different ways. And that's not to say I'm not going to enjoy listening to it, because it's the same way I can sit around and enjoy a song about selling drugs and gang banging when I don't do none of those things. Like, it's just nice to hear a bunch of different perspectives that you can explore through music. Like I said before, I'm not in no way shaming Taylor Swift or Jasmine Sullivan and her or Neo for writing all of those lyrics, because that's just not necessary. I am slightly shaming people who are claimed to be nice guys and pygmy girls, because I feel like you need to get to the root of that issue. Maybe you need to figure out why you're so desperate for validation and praise. Maybe you need to figure out why you need to shame other people for the way they dress, look, act, speak, whatever. I'm just saying maybe you should look into that instead of, you know, bashing me for calling it out. Go give Taylor's version of Fearless a listen to if you haven't already. I think it's great. I mean, Fearless was not one of my favorite Taylor Swift albums, but there is some bangers on there. And it's not much different from her OG album. It's just, you know, now with her mature voice. Also, go give Girl Like Me a listen to and Let Me Love You by Mario. I'm sure you know Let Me Love You. But go give Girl Like Me a listen to because Jasmine and her sound fantastic on it. But yeah, guys, that's all the reasons why I think You Belong With Me is a pick me girl anthem. Let me know in the comments down below if you also feel that same way with this song. And let me know what other songs kind of give you pick me energy. You can also let me know on my social media. I'm at Sabrina Talks 2 on Instagram and Twitter, and at Sabrina Talks 2 you on TikTok. Subscribe to my channel for more music and entertainment related content. As always, thank you so much for watching, and please remember to be safe, be smart, be kind, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye guys.